the Music Producers Alliance. Tell us
Yeah.
about kind of the genesis of that, what you guys are all about, and what you've been up to lately with that project.
Yeah, so in terms of all the marketing stuff I was doing with my artists at the label, and kind of coaching them, and also coaching them on the music itself, and it kind of dawned up. So I started like a Facebook group. Initially, I think this was about a year and a half ago. Started a Facebook group where get other producers could come together and get share ideas and stuff like that. And also, then it kind of dawned on me I should be like trying to host like these conversations, like do webinars or something like that. Cause I didn't want to do a podcast because everybody was doing a podcast 2 years ago.
Yeah, why would you do that shit?
Yeah. Well, I wanted to do, it's not that I wanted to do something different, right? Cause I wanted to be more, something that could be more interactive. So I started like a webinar series where I invite, industry people that I knew to talk about the business aspect of things. So those were totally free that we were doing, and I was getting people into the Facebook group so that they could come to the webinars. And then there was a need in the group to do sort of like production breakdown kind of stuff. See what some of these professional producers are doing, because I think for me, I'm a member of the Audio Engineer Society, and I'm a member of the Society of Composers and Lyricists, but there really wasn't anything. Like, I was going to all these events and seeing all these major composers and engineers, like how they worked, and that was I got to sit in on a session with Basie Bob Brockman, who's Christina Aguilera's vocal guy, so just see how that worked. So it's like, I'm in New York and I get all these amazing opportunities, but most people don't. Like, we're bedroom producers, we're working in our bedrooms. So how can I take this online? So I started, a production webinar series over Zoom. So I was hosting this as Technophonic. So providing, part of these resources that I wish I had, and what my artists were missing when they were coming to my label. So I was, reaching out and kind of wanted to grow it beyond, help other producers that are in kind of the similar situation where, maybe they went to production school, or, they've been into, with you guys at the Producer Dojo, and like, if you're kind of at a certain level and you're ready to like get to the next step. So there's really not a professional association or something like I mentioned, the Audio Engineer Society, but I'm a producer, I'm an audio engineer. I mean, I do mix, but I'm not a mixer. So there really wasn't a place for me. So I decided, it didn't really make sense to have it as part of Technophonic. And so I decided back in April to split the brand and make it its own official platform. So we have a free community, and then we have a pro membership now, which gets access to all the workshops that we've been doing over the past 2 years. So I think we have maybe 60 hours of workshops now. It's kind of crazy. Wow. In the pro membership. Yeah. So yeah, just kind of, that was kind of the precipitous for that, to kind of, what is after the music school, or after the online production school where you learn, the production process, but then, okay, so now what's next, right? So that's kind of a bridging. I see the Music Producers Alliance being kind of like that bridge between, the education to the professional life, So yeah, so that's kind of how that came about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite takeaways from starting that project, or any breakthroughs that you've seen really resonate with producers from all of the 60 plus hours of webinars that you've been doing?
Yeah, I think it's seeing how, like, so I guess the thing that really bothered me about, some of with YouTube tutorials and that kind of stuff, or, and production courses are great for beginners, and YouTube is great for beginners. or just, you know, in general, like how to actually start making good music. But then how does an actual pro do it, right?
Yeah.
So you don't really get to hang out like in the studio like I did with hanging out in the studios in New York here, which, well, now nobody can because of COVID, but so we have to do it all online. But yeah, so I mean, like there wasn't really a platform for that, so I decided, why not I just create one? And that was kind of, yeah, it's a huge investment. You know, I don't make any money from it. This is more of a passion project that all the money that we make from the platform goes right back into getting, you know, big name artists and producers to kind of reveal the secrets, or like, you know, because it's like, you know, like some of these YouTube channels on music marketing, it's like, that's not how it works. You know, like talk to somebody that's actually doing it, you know. You know, get the people to actually reveal, you know, the secrets. And if you, and I guess that's kind of my gift too. I have a way of like pressing people to kind of like, okay guys, look, this is this is not how it works. Like you know, getting Rick Barker, Taylor Swift's former manager, to say, you know, don't get a fucking manager. You know? So,
you seem pretty sociable, yeah?
Yeah. So.
Like you seem pretty sociable with people, yeah? Because I'm noticing, you know, and I think it speaks to why you've been successful. Like, as you're going through your stories and talking about how you start all these things, I'm noticing you get other people involved and you create this social dynamic like around it, and that starts to like create its own gravity and suck more in, you know. And I feel like a lot of people do this, myself included, to an extent where, you know, you're kind of isolated in your bubble, you're trying to grind, you're trying to do your thing, but then you miss that aspect of like, how do I connect this with a group of people, create community around it, and then it just doesn't have that weight.
Yeah. Well, no, I guess because I'm a Libra, so maybe.
Oh yes, shout out to Libras.
Yeah,
get it.
If you believe in that kind of stuff,
I like it.
What's up, humans? It's Luke, your friendly neighborhood trap Jesus. Thanks so much for watching the podcast, checking out our videos. We truly appreciate you. So, Rip Kenny, Tesco, and myself got you a gift. We made you a free sample pack. It's got basses, it's got FX, it's got crazy percussion and Foley sounds, and it's free. It's all yours. Just click the link in the description below. Also, make sure to hit that subscribe, hit that like button, and share this with your friends. We appreciate you. Peace out and peace among worlds.